is back with the snappers.
Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge.
Ball hawking Eddie J.
Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown, touchdown. 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 now.
Keeping up with the Joneses, I see.
Just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles.
Passers have no home in the no-fly zone.
That's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match, and plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they think.
Let's go, snappers. Mirror match.
I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge.
All right, y'all, here's a trade mode tip. Everyone's got strengths and weaknesses. Let's see what you got. You're 25, one chance to score, and you gotta go for 2. All right, now, this is your first play. 75 yards to the line. Let's go.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
Snappers, give us that crackle and make it pop. Drops back to throw it. And his first pass is incomplete. It's deja vu. You gotta try something else.
All day, every day.
Second down and he'll throw it. And it pops free. That collision just jarred the ball loose. 2 plays down. It's time to go. You may need a trade mode tip. Wake up your superstars and get them busy, because trade mode said so. And he comes back with one. Complete. All right, it's 4th down. I ain't got to tell you what you got to do, so go make it happen. 4th and short. Coach Arians calls a pass. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Without a doubt, that's a 4-and. Score on this drive, and you can take your fancy ball home as a winner. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel. Zeke and destroy. And Eddie Jackson here for the stop.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Scoreless so far. Can't look back. Time for drive 2. Breeze on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Ready. We're waiting. 56 is the mark. Hey, easy. 56 the mark. Hey, easy. Check 56. I'm curling. Here we go. 56.
Second down. They'll run it. And they're going to get him down after a really nice run.
It's easy work, and it's coming again. Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Jumping, 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 jumping.
Staying on the ground with Elliott. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Lay down.
Buckle up. You're in the...
56. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Going forward with Elliott.
Let's go. Let's go.
The snap
You ready?
is on the attack.
Let him.
Reeves looks to throw on first down. He's going to wind it up and air it out. A little hand smacking. Defender comes up with it. Forgot something? It's...
It's your time, baby. We do that part.
Sounds like this crowd is ready for some tug of war.
Check tight, check tight. Check tight. Watch the eye.
They'll throw from the 50. Looks like the T-shirt cannon here. And the defender takes it. Giving the ball up and... All right, it's play number 2 in this tug of war. Keep the ball moving and go for that score. The toss to Zeke. And they take him down after a really nice run. You need to make a play here. Get the ball on the other side of the field. They'll throw here. Throwing into a party. Defense caught the bouquet for the interception. Oski! Pass is... Man, you are hanging on a very thin thread. Get some yards, man. Running from the gun with Elliott. Man, do better. But coach will have to take it this time.
Come on now, let's go.
All you need is one play, and that's all you got. So go get it. Snappers with the handoff. And the short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Last play of tug of war. Homie, I can't take this no more.
Hey, easy. Stay home.
The toss to Zeke. They got hit with a two-piece. And
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone be my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Giants offense heading out. And they, of course, have made the move. They're going with a rookie, Daniel Jones out of Duke. 6th overall pick in this year's draft. Second QB taken after Kyler Murray. And it's his show now, though he obviously has some awfully big shoes to fill. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
From the gun, Jones. And his first look is incomplete. Wayne Gallman is running back, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And the offensive starters for the New York Giants.
The Giants struggled with their offensive line in 2018, so they went to the Browns and picked up Kevin Zeitler, an offensive guard. He didn't make the Pro Bowl despite some metrics grading him out as the #1 pass-blocking guard in the NFL last year, but they also like his muscle in the run game.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
General West.
Now Jones throwing again. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. Throwing, Jones being chased out left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Now Jones. And that will be incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
A 61-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Murray now to throw. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Left side here, caught by Clay. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 12-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
Murray now on 1st down. Stepping up, he'll try, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And shutting him off, now open field. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, you know, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Ready! 18 Gator. 22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber. Now.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones dancing to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're in. Inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun. Playing on that side of the ball.
Screen play, Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football. Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
He's coming. Double up, double up. Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
Throwing again on second down. Jones steps away. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be second and goal.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Kyler Murray with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Just bowling over tacklers. And And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chop, lead them.
Jones operating from the gun. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock the...
And that's caught inside the 35. 36 yards on the play. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Watch the run, watch the run. Slam, slam, slam.
Protein spill.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. His throw incomplete. Byron Murphy, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. 1st down, Murray. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Murray from midfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Returning is Peppers. 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Wow, sensational 95 yards on the punt return, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
And that jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now their cohorts on the special team side, they've got to add the PAT.
That would be the equalizer. Roses now to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Well, we know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And as they approach halftime, it's the Redskins who have the lead in that one. Adrian Peterson accounting for the lone scoring thus far as he's cashed in with a touchdown run.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense. But a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think...
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. Tie game, but they'll get excellent starting field position here to begin the second half.
And it's the starting field position that makes an offensive coordinator maybe bolder than normal. Maybe you want to take the big shot right now. Go for a big play and get their attention early, or even just run your offense because you feel good about where you are and a chance to move the ball downfield.
Yeah, maybe they go for the big play. Time to find out. Jones now on 1st and 10. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. High throw, but he makes the catch. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Buying time to his left. But he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class. Yes, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
Ready, ready! 60 on. Greystone, travel. Get it.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Golden Tate, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Rosas to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That time a 6-play drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first. Murray fighting, lost the football.
plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the season.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, so it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Terrell Suggs able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Out to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jones to throw again. Being chased out left. Caught right side, Tate. And he works free. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Dancing to his left. And, he took that thing one-handed. What a grab. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Rosas now to add the PAT. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there, but it's going to be 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
16 yards, a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. Well, Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off. That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They go to Johnson again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know.
And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 3-yard touchdown run as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first down, Jones.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Cody Latimer, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jones going to throw again. Steps away to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. Jones. He can run for it, and he will. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Here now, Johnny Townsend on, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Here comes Peppers, powering his way forward. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Jones now, throwing to start the drive. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Michael Crabtree, he had it and lost it, and it's 3rd and 5.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Check nickel.
X3, 218, chop, and ready.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Buying time to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. Throwing again. Forced out to his left. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
Now Jones throwing on first down, being chased out left. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Giants, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Arizona, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket